Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the last part of revision of lines and angles, that is 4 marks question. Today we are going to discuss 5 4 marks questions and their solutions. We are going to discuss it today. So let's go to the next slides. So the first question is, in the given figure, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Also, EA is perpendicular to AB. If angle BEF is equals to 55 degree, that means this angle BEF is 55 degree, then we need to find X, Y and Z. So first, as you can see, EF is parallel to CD and ED is a transversal. So we are considering this line and this line. Where ED is a transversal, we can say angle Y plus angle DEF is equals to 180 degree, as sum of co-interior angle is 180 degree. So substituting the values of the angle and subjecting Y, we get angle Y is equals to 180 degree minus 55 degree, that is 125 degree. Now, if we consider AB and CD as parallel lines and DB as a transversal, so we can easily see angle Y and angle X are corresponding angles. So, since angle Y is 125 degree, angle X is also 125 degree. So, 2 hours required to find is achieved. Last, we have to find angle Z. Since AB is parallel to CD and parallel to EF and EA is the perpendicular on AB, which implies EA is perpendicular to EF. So we know between a parallel line, if a perpendicular line exists, the line is perpendicular to both the parallel lines. So we will get, therefore, angle AEB plus angle BEF is equals to 90 degree. That means this point is 90 degree. So substituting the values of the given angles and then finding Z, we get Z is equals to 90 degree minus 55 degree, that is 35 degree. So hence angle X and Y is equals to 125 degree and angle Z is equals to 35 degree. So this was our first question. Second question, in the given figure, if QT is perpendicular to PR and angle TQR is equals to 40 degree. So you can see angle TQR is 40 degree and angle PSR SPR is 30 degree. So these two angles are 40 and 30 and T is 90 degree. We need to find X, that is at here, and Y. So to find X, we will consider the triangle QTR. In this triangle QTR, this triangle, you can see angle T is 90, angle Q is 40. So easily angle X will be 180 minus the sum of the two angles by applying angle sum property. So we are using angle sum property and writing angle TQR plus angle QTR plus angle TRQ is equals to 180 degree. So substituting all the values of the angle and then subjecting X, we get X as 50 degree. Now to find Y, we will consider the triangle PSR. So this triangle, so let me erase everything. This triangle PSR. In this triangle you can see angle Y is exterior angle and we know exterior angle is equals to sum of the interior two opposite angle. So angle Y is equals to 30 plus angle X. Now substituting all the values and finding X, Y, we will get angle Y is equals to 30 plus 50. Angle X is 50. So 30 plus 50 is 80 degree. So our angle X from the given question is 50 degree and angle Y is 80 degree. Next, our question number 3 is, in the given figure, if PQ is perpendicular to PS, you can see PQ, this line is perpendicular to PS, and angle SQR is 28 and angle QRT is equals to 65. We need to find the value X and Y. Now, in the given question, it is already said that PS is perpendicular to PQ, or PQ is perpendicular to PS, and PQ is parallel to SR. So since now we will consider PQ parallel to SR and QR is the transversal. So this line is the transversal. So we can say angle PQR is equals to angle QTR by alternate angles. So in our angle PQR we have X plus 28 degree and angle QRT is equals to 65 degree. So substituting the values, subjecting X, we get X is equals to 65 degree minus 28 degree, that is 37 degree. So our angle X is 37 degree. Now we need to find angle Y. Now we will consider the triangle PQS, that is this triangle. Here we already got X. We know P is equals to 90 degree. So by angle sum property we can find Y. So angle SPQ plus angle PQS plus angle QSP is equals to 180 degree. Substituting all the values and subjecting Y, we will get Y is equals to 180 minus 127, that is 90 plus 37 is equals to 53 degree. So our X is 53 degree and Y is 37 degree. Now our fourth question. In fourth question you can see the given lines PQ and PS intersect at the point T such that PRT is 40, so our angle at R is 40. RPT is 95, so angle at P is 95, and SQ is equals to 75, so angle at S is 75. We need to find SQT, that means this marked angle. Now here clearly we can see there are two triangles, PRT and STQ. So in PRT we do not know angle T. So first we are going to find this angle T. So by using angle sum property we will see that angle Q plus angle R plus angle T is equals to angle P plus angle R plus angle T is equals to 180 degree. So substituting all the values and subjecting angle T, we will get 180 minus 135 degree, that is 45 degree. Now angle T of PRT and angle T of SQT are vertically opposite. Since the line PQ and RS intersect at the point T, so PRT PTR is equals to STQ. They are vertically opposite. So now in the triangle STQ we have 75 at angle S, 45 degree at angle T. So same thing, using angle sum property we are going to find angle Q. So by using angle sum property, substituting all the values and subjecting Q, we get 180 degree minus 120 degree, that is 60 degree. So our angle SQT is 60 degree. Now the last question of today is this question, question number 5. In question number 5 it is given that the side AB and AC of a triangle ABC is produced to E and D respectively. If BO and CO are the bisectors of angle CBE and BCD meet respectively at O, then prove that, this will be BOC, angle BOC is equals to 90 degree minus angle BAC. So first it is given that the ray BO bisects angle CBE. That means angle CBO is half of CBE. Now we can see that ABE is a straight line and CBE is equals to 180 minus y. As this angle is already given as y, so the rest of the angle by linear pair will be 180 minus y, and CBO is half of CBE. So we can write CBO is equals to 180 minus y divided by 2, that is 90 degree minus y by 2. Similarly, at the point C, it is a straight line. So by linear pair we can write angle ACB plus BCD is equals to 180 degree. So angle BCD is equals to 180 minus Z. Similarly, CO is also given as a bisector of angle BCD. So we can write BCO is equals to half of BCD. BCD is 180 minus Z. So BCO will be 180 minus Z divided by 2, which is equals to 90 degree minus Z by 2. So these are our two equations that we have achieved till now. Then the top triangle, that is ABC. Here it is a triangle and we know by angle sum property, angle X plus angle Y plus angle Z is equals to 180 degree. We will subject Y plus Z. So on subjecting Y plus Z, we can write it as 180 minus X. This becomes our third equation. Now there is another triangle, that is BOC. BOC, angle CBO is 90 degree minus y by 2. This angle from equation 1. Then angle BCO is 180 minus 90 minus z by 2. That is our relation 2. And by using angle sum property, we can write angle BOC plus angle CBO plus angle COB is equals to 180 degree. Now we already know the value of CBO and BCO. We will substitute these values in this angle sum property statement and subject angle BOC. So we are subjecting angle BOC, 180 minus angle BCO is 180 minus z by 2. So it is transposing side, so it will become minus 90 degree plus z by 2. Similarly, angle COB is equals to 90 degree minus y by 2. It is transposing side, so it will become minus 90 plus y by 2. So we got these two things from relation 1 and 2. Now we will add the numerical parts. 180 degree minus 90 degree cancels each other out. So we will get y by 2 plus z by 2. Together it will give us y plus z by 2. Now we know that y plus z is equals to 180 minus x from our relation 3. So our relation 3 will be substituted in place of y plus z. So we will write 180 degree minus x by 2. That is 90 degree minus x by 2. Now x is angle A, BAC. So in place of x, we will write angle BAC by 2. So our required to prove is achieved, that angle BOC is equals to 90 degree minus angle BAC by 2 or angle x by 2. So we have already proved. So this is how the 5 sums are done of 4 marks question. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you.